What up, big dogs? Welcome back to another episode of the Sovereign Talks podcast. I am your host, the Sovereign Fisherman, and that is only my first time ever saying that, so it sounds kind of funny, but I want to kind of get in the habit of doing it. That way I can get in the routine of just, I don't know, making that introduction there. So anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. This episode, this is actually episode number 2. Episode number 1, I just uploaded on Spotify yesterday, and I uploaded the first episode onto my YouTube. So if you haven't checked those out, go ahead and go check those out. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, guys, hit that subscribe button so y'all can get notified whenever new episodes drop. I don't know exactly. I need to come up with the schedule on when I'm gonna do these, but that was my whole goal, though. Honestly, with these episodes or the podcast, I even asked my wife, I asked ChatGPT, like what differentiates a podcast from just somebody talking, like on a video episode on YouTube. And I think the answer I got, really, I mean, one, structure. Like, you want to be consistent about things. You want to, I guess, talk about a certain topic of some sort, because my podcast is going to be more like overall blue-collar workers, fishing, bass fishermen, just fishermen in general, fathers, husbands, leaders. I mean, I just want to make it to where there's a variety of options, not just like, one specific niche, because then I just feel like there's just so much to talk about. So there's other podcasts out there that are 100% designated for a specific topic. And if that's who you want to go and listen to, man, you 100%, you have that freedom to go and choose that. But if you choose this one, man, awesome. Because, yeah, like I said, I don't have a topic in specific. I'm not niche specific. And I really like I don't know. I just like that, because for some reason, in my mind, it's making me think, like, Joseph, you have the freedom to talk about whatever you want. So talk about it all. You don't have to just sit there and talk about one specific topic because, your audience is expecting, an answer from, one specific thing. And I think I'm going to like that structure a lot better. And I think it's going to help with my consistency, because with these podcast type of episodes, like, I listen to Andy Frisella's Real AF podcast. I've listened to Ryan Mickler's Order of Man podcast. I've listened a lot of self-development podcasts I've listened to over the years. I'm starting to get into more YouTube specific podcasts. If you haven't already heard of this one, guys, Think Media podcast, or the Think Media page, man, they're just awesome. If you're looking to getting into social media, if you're looking to get your YouTube started, check out their page, man. They got a bunch of good information that they put out online. So, but yes, Think Media is another one that I listen to. There's just a handful of different podcasts that I listen to. But what I like about podcast is, again, you're not chasing perfection. And I think that that's a struggle that I myself am finding. Like, when I'm trying to shoot an episode for YouTube, it's like I'm stumbling my words, or I'm not making sense. So then when I go and I start editing these videos, I go and I cut a bunch of stuff out. And like I said, with these here and these podcasts that I listen to, it's just free reigns. You're just talking. You're just having a conversation. And I think that is going to do something to me psychologically. Couldn't get that word out. Psychologically. To my mind, to just go ahead and just talk. And that's what I've been trying to break through to that on these episodes that I'm putting out. But, there's just so much that goes into it that not a lot of people think about. Like with the fishing episodes, for example. I watched a creator. His name was Greg Blanchard. If you're a fisherman or kayak fisherman and you follow my page, you're going to know who I'm talking about. But he has, really good videos. And I was, I feel like I was chasing that Greg Blanchard type of video. And not that it's wrong and I love doing it, but I feel like those are more like cinematic, entertaining type of episodes that I'm trying to put out on my YouTube. And they just take up so much time. Like, I don't think a lot of people understand how much time goes into shooting the footage of those episodes, and then not just shooting the footage, but then you have to go back and edit the footage. You have to go through all of your footage. So if you've recorded, like, I think on one trip I recorded well over 6 hours of footage, like, you can get overwhelmed pretty quickly if you're not familiar with editing videos. And I'm learning, so I'm like, I want to be consistent. I want to put videos out. And on some of my videos, I'm sure you can tell kind of where I stopped editing them and just like threw something together and just published it. Because like, I want to get those videos out for my audience. I want to get those videos out for people watching. So, but, that's the thing. I'm coming to find out and realize, like, yeah, I mean, it's okay to have those videos, and it's okay that, not necessarily that it's taking me a certain amount of time to edit those videos and then upload them, but I can have those videos, but then going from that to a podcast type of mindset, it's just night and day difference. Like, I can feel it right now. I'm 7 minutes in on this video, and I'm just like, dude, I'm just talking, and that's what I want to do. I'm a talkative person. If y'all don't already know me, and if y'all do know me, I'm sure y'all know that I like to talk. So I'm like, dude, I think it was a podcast I was watching. The creator, his name is Omar, and I actually got my phone out right here. I may butcher his name. I may butcher his last name, but I watch a bunch of YouTube videos. I mean, who doesn't? Like YouTube videos nowadays. Like, YouTube is the number one streamed. It's the number one watched, I don't know what you call it, streaming platform, out of everything. TV, Disney Plus, I mean, you name it. Netflix, YouTube is the number one. So his name is Omar Eltakori. Eltakori, I think is. And I'll try to link it in the description for y'all to check his page out, guys. But he has a podcast, and he had a guest on, and they were talking about creating a podcast and how people should get podcasts started. And it was funny because I was even in the barber shop yesterday, and I was talking to the barbers. It was a Tuesday during the week, and they weren't as busy, so they didn't have a whole bunch of people that they were cutting hair. And a few of the barbers went to my barber's chair, and while she's cutting my hair, we're talking about this battle that they just had, right? This barber battle that they just had. And I'm asking them, and I'm telling them, I'm like, dude, like, y'all need to live stream these. Y'all need to create a YouTube channel about these. Y'all need to get on the social media and do these. And, they're trying to explain to me, like, they don't want to focus on that because during the battle, they're trying to place. They deduct points for certain things, and they don't want to get too focused in trying to set up all the gear and. So, I mean, yeah, I get it. I understand where they're coming from, but I'm just saying that, like, I am on this, like, social media, just, I don't even know what you would call it, because, no, I'm not making money myself yet. I am not monetized on any platforms yet, but I'm continuing to try to hammer away and grow my stuff, like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, like, during January of 2025, when I decided to go ahead and drop my YouTube or set up my YouTube channel, dude, I was nervous as shit. I was scared. I didn't know what I was doing. I would question myself, had imposter syndrome, just like, who's going to listen to me? I'm not a fisherman. But then it's like, dude, you just got to have a mindset shift. Like, there's just so many people out here that are recording videos that are doing this exact thing that I'm doing right now, and that are monetized and making extra money. Like, and anybody can do it, but it's just, are you going to take the time to do it? Are you going to prioritize time to do it? You have time to do it, but you need to just once you have that time throughout your day, whatever your day looks like, you may be a full-time employee like I am in the oil and gas industry, or you may be, a teacher, you may be working in freaking retail, whatever the case is, you can find time. It may not be that long, but you don't need that much. Like, you don't need that much time. Like, I'm 11 minutes in now, and I told myself yesterday when I shot my very first episode that I was going to drop on my podcast that I wanted to shoot for 15 minutes. And from like just that fast, it's like 20 minutes in, and I'm like, well, damn, that was fast. Like, I didn't think I was going to say anything. Like, I didn't even know what to say. And like, that's the thing about podcasts is like, I'm liking that in my mind. I'm thinking, dude, it doesn't need to be perfect. Just talk. That's all people do on podcasts is talk. Yes, they may talk about certain topics. The host has his role of engaging in the conversation and making sure that that conversation stays rolling as long as it can, I guess. But then, those are decisions that you can make on your own. Like me being the host of my own podcast, I could talk to the guest prior to shooting the podcast and just be like, hey, man, we're going to talk for 30 minutes. And this is what we're going to talk about. I mean, when I first was thinking about it, I was like, man, maybe I should have like a list of questions that I asked guests that I'm going to put on the podcast. But then I started thinking, man, but that's just not who I am. I want to be authentic. I want to be original. I want to have conversations about certain things and ask those questions that I'm truly curious about. So I don't know, man. It's something that I'm excited about. This is actually going to be episode number 2. So if you're just now tuning in, you're just now finding me, I mean, I appreciate you for watching this in the first place. But yeah, man, do me a favor, man. I'm making it a goal of mine to try to get monetized on something, one of these platforms. And it's not that I'm chasing money. It's just like I want to know that it's achievable, and I know it is, but I have to continue to work at it to make it happen. So if you're not already following me, guys, hit that follow button. Instagram, TikTok, hit that subscribe button on YouTube, and then on Spotify, man. I'm just now fixing to upload these to Spotify. I haven't quite figured it out yet because yesterday I created a creator account on Spotify. And if you're watching this and I end up uploading it to YouTube first, maybe you can drop some comments, leave some hints on there like, hey, dude, have you checked this, check that? Because like I'm talking to ChatGPT about certain things, and it's telling me to check certain things, and I'm checking them, but I don't know why it's just taking so long. Like I think it's been a day now. I published my first episode on Spotify yesterday, and I've been checking it. I've been checking my Spotify to see if it has come up yet, but it hasn't came up. So bear with me on that, guys. I'm gonna try to work the ins and outs of Spotify, and hopefully I can get this figured out. That way I can continue to drop episodes on Spotify. So. But yeah, that's my conversation for today. That's episode number 2. I don't quite know what I'm going to be even naming this episode, but I just wanted to have a conversation and talk and shoot episode number 2 and show people that you don't have to have a plan. You don't have to have a topic. Like, yeah, you want to have some kind of, I don't really know what to call it, because I said you don't need really a plan, but you want to have an idea of what you're going to talk about. I guess it doesn't necessarily have to be perfect, but you could figure it out and tweak it, while you're working it, while you're trying to figure it out. And I'm super, super glad, guys, that that's just the type of individual I am. Is I like to take action. I like to try to figure things out while I'm starting, Yes, that can backfire on you sometimes. Don't get me wrong. On some things, I got to take it apart. Like, whenever I'm putting things together, I start it and I'm like looking at the instructions and I'm like, nah. And then I'm looking and like, oh, shit, that looks backward. I'll take it off, and then I got to put it back together. So anyways, you get the gist of it. But yeah, that's the type of individual I am. I like taking action. I don't like contemplating. I don't like really thinking about, too much of what could happen, or, is it going to work or is it not going to work? Like, I will figure it out during the process of all of this. So anyways, guys, that is episode number 2. Episode number 2 is down, man. I could not be more excited, man. And at the beginning of the video, I talked about, what differentiates a podcast and a video. My perspective is this, and it may sound funny, but it's the intro to me. I don't know why, but I'm just like, well, yeah, that's a podcast because it says, podcast. Everybody's saying podcast, like, you know, welcome back to episode number 2 of the Sovereign Talks podcast, guys. I'm your host, the Sovereign Fisherman. So, I mean, yeah, it's still a work in progress, man. But I'm excited to keep hammering away and try to figure this out. Hopefully drop some freaking episodes for y'all, man, that can give y'all some tips to contribute to y'all's lives. Not just entertain y'all, but, give y'all some freaking, like I said, contribute. That's what I want, man. That's the type of individual I am, is I want to contribute to those that are, taking their time out of their day to listen to me, to watch me. Like, I want to give y'all something to take away. So, and yeah, if you're still watching, man, hell yeah, that's freaking awesome. But yeah, take away this, man. Like, you don't have to have it perfect. And also, really quick, I'm that type of individual that I repeat myself a lot, but it's just the way I am. It's just who I am. It's how I talk. So I can't wait to have a guest on, man, because we're going to be going back and forth. I'm going to be asking questions. They're going to be talking. I'm sure there's going to be points where I'm like, man, I don't even know what to say anymore. But let's just keep talking. But, yeah, you don't need it perfect. Don't try to be perfect. You don't need the fancy gear. But you need to just start. Just that, man. Just hit record. I don't know why I got cut off while I was talking there for a second. I think I may have said something to the DJI camera. But anyways, yeah, if you could take anything away, guys, doesn't need to be perfect. Just start. So, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Stay tuned for the next episode.